time actually. We're here for another BoxBusters. This one is a little more sweaty than usual because we're here to talk about TNA Cross the Line. Let me introduce the panel to you that will be discussing this today. We have Unmasked Abyss, that's him right there. Chris Oles, our resident wrestling fan. Brian Hornbeck, who is our wrestling price guide analyst. Because we couldn't get the Stinger here today, we do have from TRISTAR, Jeff Rosenberg, who actually produced TRISTAR Productions, founder, owner, and biggest fan of TRISTAR, and big TNA fan. And I'm Ted Barker because Tracy Hackler is on a conference call. And that'll make some of you happy, some of you sad, but he did send his autographed photo of the Stinger that he got just 3 weeks ago, right down the street at Best Buy. Jeff, always honored to have you here, and this is a cool product for TNA Wrestling. Why don't you give us the nuts and bolts, and we're going to open a couple of the boxes, see what we can pull.
Well, of course, we're coming off the Impact release, was the first ever TNA release for TRISTAR. We're crossing the line, that's the big TNA slogan now, and we're going to cross the line to a new set. It'll be very different. The one thing that's really neat, they're a high gloss card, you'll see in a minute. It's a very different set because we've got a lot of newcomers in there, and those will be the TNA debut cards you'll see. That'll be the very first card. In a box, you're going to get 2 autographs guaranteed, 1 TNA event-used memorabilia, and 1 parallel card. And what we've added is some really high-impact championship cards. So you're going to have redemption cards for things like autographed memorabilia. You can actually win Sting's bat he uses in matches. We've got phone calls coming from wrestlers, tickets and backstage passes to TNA live events.
Very cool. It's a one fall, 10-minute time limit, so we got to get started. Let's bust some packs.
Do it.
You can open it all. Grab
Okay.
what's left there.
You're going to get 20 packs in a box.
And what are we going to find in these boxes? What kind of big hits are we going to
Well,
find?
we're going to find some autographs. We got 2 for sure. Last time we had some pretty neat duels, a couple of triples. Now we've got quads. You know, I want the Angelina Love, Velvet Sky, Tracy Brooke, Christy Hemme quad. I call it. You know,
That's good looking outfit choice.
We got, last time we had event used cards. This time we've taken the event used and we've added autographs to those. So
There's 20 of those in this set.
let's try to find those. Yeah, there are 20.
All right, well, let's open them up, boys, and see what we get. We did a nice interview with Kevin Nash down at the National this year that you guys set us up with. A lot of fun, and of course, if that happens, and Tracy Hackler always gets very excited. Tracy did it, and that was very cool.
You know, my son and I opened some cards last night, and one of the ones he really liked, we've got a 6-card set that Scott Blair, who's a pretty well-known wrestling artist out of Orlando, did. This is the ODB card of the Scott Blair subset.
I pulled the first autograph, I think. Anybody else get an autograph yet? Sheikh Abdul Bashir, and that's also a piece of
That's a turban, I
the
believe.
turban, I think. It looks like the turban that he has on. Very nice.
And it's numbered, I think. What
That
number
one is
that?
numbered number 67 of 99.
On this side of the table, we've got a rather super start with a
We've got our own Super Eric authentic action memorabilia.
numbered out of
This one's numbered 1 out of 50. Very nice.
For all you gamers out there, Midway, just in the last couple of months, came out with a game that's very popular at my household. And so we actually have some screenshots from the game, and then Christy Hemme has given us some tips on how to play the game. So, again, my 9-year-old son loves that.
It's kind of an illustration card of the Prince Justice Brotherhood with Curryman, Super Eric, and Shark Boy. Kind of a neat little card. And here's the guy that we talked about, we did the interview with, Big Sexy, Kevin Nash.
And you're looking, the hottest thing in TNA, I think, right now is the Main Event Mafia. And we were able at the very end to get a Main Event Mafia card in here. So let's see if we can find it. We also had some of the wrestlers, I told you about the Scott Blair art. We actually had the wrestlers do their own art. So I've got Curryman. You guys are fans of TNA. That's Curryman's self-portrait.
Here's a Curryman base card to go along with that. One of the subsets I'm kind of interested in this is the Right Stuff subset, which is a 10-card set of cards where you guys had wrestling writers contribute, actually select the people on the card and do a write-up on them.
You write some wrestling occasionally.
I do, and I actually will confess that I'm
Shameless
in this
plug
set. Yes.
alert.
However, I'm not going to shamelessly plug my own card. I found a card here of the most important moment in TNA wrestling history, written by Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer. So you probably know that guy.
Probably the most famous wrestling announcer, or wrestling writer,
ever.
Dave Meltzer.
If you read anything on the internet, this is the guy that writes stuff, so he definitely has the right stuff on this card.
There's Tracy Brooks that you wanted to see.
I think we got that one top though over here.
I
believe it
think
or
so,
not.
I think I've got.
Oh, man, I was pulling out an autograph, and I'm just looking your way now.
Oh, nice.
Very sparkly.
And, oh my gosh, you got an inscription, too.
Very
That's
nice.
the Rock and Rave Infection, Christy Hemme autograph. And I've got a pretty good one. I've got Scott Steiner's protege, P.D. Williams, and it's numbered, and it's actually number 1 of 25.
Oh, sweet.
I got you guys beat.
Oh my God.
Karen Angle autograph, red foil, I guess, numbered out of 25. And on the standard set itself, one of the newcomers to TNA in this set versus the last set is Taylor Wilde, a competitor in the Knockouts division who actually has had the championship belt. So that's one of the more interesting basic cards.
Any wrestling fan, even if you're as old as Ted, knows Mick Foley, former WWE, now
I'll stick a sock in your mouth.
TNA. Mick Foley, and again you'll see on here TNA debut, and what that means is it's the very first TNA trading card of Mick Foley. So there are a lot of wrestlers with their first trading card.
Booker T, if I wasn't a wrestler, says on here that he once owned a barber shop. Houston's own Booker T.
He runs a promotion down there.
He does his own wrestling promotion, went to Booker T. Washington High School.
Where he was a drum major. And also played touch football and basketball. Very nice, great Booker T. There's my favorite wrestler right there, the Stinger.
And we should mention, Chris did write card number 82, Sting, Great Roman. In TNA history.
Wow.
In stereo.
Probably the most popular TNA wrestler, certainly now, maybe in its history. Look at what card I just pulled, number 82.
Everybody's a winner.
In surround sound.
These are cool. Jeff Jarrett, some of you may know, if you follow TNA, you certainly know. Jeff Jarrett actually founded TNA Wrestling 6 years ago. Very famous wrestler, of course wrestled probably in the NWA, the WCW, maybe a short time in WWE.
Not
And there
afraid
he
to
is.
break a guitar over your head either.
No, and so he's the founder and a participant.
I think we have right here my favorite base card so far. It's a Brother Ray with the cheese grater.
I love it. And my son, that was his favorite last night. when we were-
Autograph card, Roxy. Bring her home to your mom and dad. It'll be fun. First
Here's a
date.
base card of the beautiful people. They have a relic card, a memorabilia card of a paper bag they use on their opponents in this set, I believe.
They are beautiful.
Well, it's pretty safe to say, you know, TNA's got some of the most marketable guys in wrestling, the guys like Kurt Angle and Mick Foley and Sting and Kevin Nash, guys sort of from my era. And there's lots to do in this set, lots of fun in this set. And check it out, it's on the store, it's on the shelves now. We want to thank Jeff for coming in, and we're going to be back with you. Stay online with us because we got more BoxBusters with Jeff coming up.